Okay, picking up from yesterday, we were talking about systems of equations, yes? And tell me one thing that you remember from yesterday. One thing about a system. Where they intersect is the solution. So I could get one solution, yes? What else do you remember? When they're right on top of each other, the same line, they're infinite solutions. What else? Parallel means there's no solution because they're never going to touch. We did lots of graphing yesterday, yes? We graphed in slope-intercept form, we graphed in point-slope form, and we converted standard form so that we could graph that. Yes? And then we found solutions. So we also went through and we said, okay, we can plug in an x and a y into two separate equations, and if they work, I know that that's a solution. If one or both don't work, like if one side does not equal the other side, then it's not a solution. Does that make sense? Now, let's look at just a graph, and I want you to take what's on this graph. This is a system because the system is two equations, and I see two lines on this graph. I want to write the equations for this system. So I'm going to look at this line first. Okay, so I want everyone to make sure we're all looking at the same line. I'm looking at that line first, and I need to write the equation in slope-intercept form. So if I want it in slope-intercept form, what do I need to know? Slope and y-intercept, correct? What's the easy one to find? The y-intercept. Where is the y-intercept on this line? It's at 5. It's right here. It's where it crosses the y-axis. So I got half the equation already. Now, how do I find the slope? Rise over run. So I need to pick 2 points. I already have one. I already have my y-intercept, so pick another point. Can I pick this one? Is that a good clean point? How do I rise? I rise by going down, correct? So I'm going down how many? 1, 2. And then I run 1, 2. Yes? So it is -2 over 2, but that reduces, correct? What does -2 over 2 reduce to? -1, so my slope is -1. Questions so far? If I want to write this equation in slope-intercept form, what's it going to look like? Y equals m, which is -1, but they're always going to leave the 1 off. So my slope is going to be -x plus 5 because my y-intercept is positive. Is that okay? Now let's look at the other line. Again, slope-intercept form, so I need a slope and I need a y-intercept. The easy one to find is the y-intercept. Where is it? -3. Perfect. Now let's find our slope. So I'm going to give you half a second. I want you to find your slope. Let's see if we can all get to the same thing, so I'll pause. The other point I pick is right here. That doesn't mean that's the only option. But when I do my slope, I go up 1, 2, 3 over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So my slope is 3 over 5. Doesn't matter where you pick your point, we should all get a slope of 3 over 5. So questions for me there. So even if you got 6 over 10, that reduces to 3 over 5. Write the equation for me. Y equals mx, right? So 3/5 x minus 3. Questions? Okay, on to word problems. Here we go. Alrighty, let's do a couple of word problems. The first one is about Helen and Aletha. They went shopping for towels to take to college. Helen bought 4 bath towels and 3 hand towels for $72. While Aletha bought 3 bath towels and 6 hand towels of the same kind for $84. So my question is, what do you know? What's one thing you know? Okay, so what do I know? Talk to me about Helen. What did Helen buy? 4 bath towels and 3 hand towels, and she spent a total of $72. Now, what about Aletha? 3 bath towels, 6 hand towels. She has a total of 84. Those are all things that I know, yes? And this statement that says the same kind is very important to me because that means that there's no variation in the price. Whatever a bath towel costs for Helen, the bath towel costs the same thing for Aletha. So that's important. Now, those are things that I know. What are things that I don't know? How much each thing costs. And what things do I have? Bath towels and hand towels, yes? Now, I'm old and I do things in order. That doesn't mean it's the only way. But the way the problem reads, it talks about bath towels and then hand towels. Bath towels and then hand towels. So that's how I'm going to list my variables. Again, not the only way, but that's the way I'm going to do it. I don't know how much a bath towel costs, correct? So I'm going to let X be the cost of a bath towel because I don't know it. And it comes first in the problem. So therefore, the other thing I don't know is the cost of a hand towel, correct? So I'm going to let Y be the cost of a hand towel. Now, if those had been listed opposite, it's fine. It's fine. That's just the way I've always done it. Now, in order to write the system, I have to go back into my problem, and we need to write a problem. It looks like we need to write a Helen problem and a Aletha problem. So let's look at Helen first. What do I know? 4 bath towels, 3 hand towels. Total cost, right? So I would take 4 times, do I know the cost of the bath towel? It's now a what? It's now an X. So I would take 4 times X, the cost of each bath towel that I don't know. And to that, what am I going to do? Add, subtract, multiply, or divide? Add, because this is bath towels. And I'm going to add my hand towels. How much do my hand towels? How many do I have? 3 times Y. And that's going to give me a total of $72. First equation done. Helen's equation. Okay? But it's a system, so I need 2 equations. So write Aletha's next. What do I know about Aletha? 3 bath towels. So 3x plus 6y, good, equals 84. Now at this point, could I go ahead and graph them and find a solution? You bet. I'm not going to today. But I could graph these and find a solution, and then I'll know that the X value in the solution is the cost of the bath towel, and the Y value in the solution is the cost of the hand towel. Questions for me? These aren't too bad. You've got to find out what you know and what you don't know. So let's look at Meg. Meg paid $26 for 2 books and 2 games. Meg's sister paid $28 for 4 books and 1 game. Each book cost the same amount. Each game costs the same amount. What do you know? Meg paid $26 for 2 books and 2 games, and the sister paid $28 for 4 books and 1 game. What do you not know? That's correct. So let's let X equal what? And it's the cost of books, right? And we'll let Y be the cost of games. Now, I want you to write your system, and then we're going to check it. So I'm going to pause. So Meg's equation is going to be 2 books plus 2 games is a total of 26. Meg's sister, though, what'd she get? 4 books and 1 game is 28. Again, you don't have to put the 1 in front of the Y. It will be invisible. Doesn't make it wrong. You're just not going to see it with it. Questions for me here? Okay, we're moving on to tables.